Midwest Animal Rescue and Services began in 2006 with the mission to help dogs that were otherwise overlooked and left behind. It began with the first 2 dogs, Candy and Cookie, and it continues today with the 450 animals in our system. We've spent over $350,000 last year alone providing rescue, refuge, and rehabilitation to these wonderful and deserving companion animals. But now we need your help. We need your help in supporting our mission of caring for these unwanted, overlooked, and left behind dogs, to provide them with the resources they need at a second chance at life, to provide them the opportunity to shine and be the amazing companions they so desperately desire to be. We are in the process of looking for dollars to rebuild our medical fund, which we have named after Bert, a very special dog.
Hi, my name is Chad Burgess and I'm the Director of Volunteer Services for Midwest Animal Rescue. I want to thank you for considering Mars for a donation today on Give to the Max Day. This Give to the Max, we are focusing on a very special fund. All the proceeds from Give to the Max will be going to the Bert Medical Fund. Bert came to Mars just under 5 months old in October 2012. Mars was able to find out that Bert was diagnosed with bilateral renal dysplasia and was given the optimistic prognosis of living until he was 10 months old. He stayed with us until he was 14 months old. Bert had the type of personality that would fill the room. Bert always wanted to run, wanted to play, and always wanted to do things on his own terms. When we first found Bert was coming to our home, I called Carla and let her know what was going on.
I knew it was coming.
And we brought Bert in our home knowing that he did not have a big future. Bert always knew love throughout his entire life, from his surrendering owner's home to our home. But there's animals who are sitting in shelters, some in pain, waiting for medical treatment. Medical treatment that is often out of the scope for nonprofits, and that is our goal with the Bert Medical Fund.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and this is Jackie. I remember the night that my dad brought Jackie home as a foster. He had brought her directly to my bedroom to shelter her from our other 3 dogs, and she curled up on the bed that I had for her, and I just kind of felt that bond right away. She had been hit by a truck, and her former owners couldn't afford the cost of the surgeries, and I knew that I needed to stay emotionally detached because it wasn't really a good time for me to adopt a dog, but I wanted to care for her, while she was going through this hard time. Both of her back legs were broken, and she needed surgeries to repair her hips, both of her back hips, and one of the bones in her leg. Mars provided the surgeries. They performed an FHO. It's where they take the ball of the hip, if it's been damaged, cracked, or broken. They'll actually shave it off, and they'll insert it into the hip socket to create a false joint. Her recovery was about 4 months. She had the pins in her leg for about 6 weeks. When both of her hind legs healed and she had the bracket removed and the pins removed, she was spayed, and she was actually adopted out. And it was less than a week when the person who adopted her decided it wasn't a good fit, so she came back to my parents' house, and I told my dad that I couldn't say goodbye again and I needed to keep her. Now she's doing great. We take her to the dog park and she runs freely, and we live in a 3rd floor apartment, so she does the stairs 3 or 4 times a day. She's doing great. I'd really like to thank Mars for everything they did for Jackie, for all of the care, for bringing her to me. She's been a light in my life. She's been a joy, an absolute joy, and I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Mars is a unique rescue and an innovator in companion animal rescue in the fact that we've been able to provide services for dogs such as FHO repairs and heartworm treatments that sometimes can be too economically cumbersome to other rescues. And we want to make sure that these dogs also are able to be saved. And it's because of generous donors like you to the Bert Medical Fund that we'll be able to do so. This fund is being established with the goal of raising $250,000 over the next year and being a revolving fund that will be used to offset the cost of our medical needs dogs. We want to thank you for honoring Bert and contributing to Mars today for the Bert Medical Fund so we can continue our mission of finding all roads home for all animals.